Welcome to the channel, everyone. Well, I'll give you an update on what's been going on. Yeah, you can see I got the heater box out of the truck, and you can see it was originally, I call it Mountain Dew green. That's what the cab was. So got that off. I've got all my wiring out. You can see there's no wiring. I actually unplugged it from the fuse block, which is right here, which is exactly the same as Dad's 70 Camaro. I mean, the harnesses look almost identical. There they are down there. That's all of them. I've actually got replacements for all that. I've got a rear harness right here that goes to the taillights, and I've got this runs all the lights, and then you've got an engine one right here which is on the back of the Firewall there. Got the starter wire and stuff. So I've got all new wiring for the engine bay area. I've got a one wire alternator, so I gotta get a conversion kit to run that. So I don't need the regulator. Where is the regulator? It's somewhere. I took it off. It was down here, right here. Don't need the regulator no more because the alternator is going to do all the regulating. Got my steering stuff out. Steering shaft, steering box. I have a brand new steering box. I'd show it to you, but it's in a pile of boxes of new stuff I got for this. I put that drag link shortly after I got the truck, so we'll see. I may do brake lines here. I don't know what I'm going to do with the brakes yet. We'll see. Right now I'm just trying to get everything off the Firewall, everything off my core support here, and then I gotta clean the frame up, and I'll probably shoot that with a little bit of black while I'm in here. I gotta pull my clutch pedal out. I don't need that. I got a Turbo 350 for it, brand new one. And a few other miscellaneous things have to come out. But yeah, I was in here unhooking stuff, and I was actually standing on there's supposed to be a cross member that goes across here. You can see it's gone. I just took it out. It was loose, so when I was stepping on it I could feel it wiggling. It was making a funny noise. So there it is. And I popped all the rivets out. You know, they got these rivets like this. This one actually has a little bit of weld on it because I take it when the first restoration of this happened, they saw that was loose and they tried to weld it. They tried to weld it up. Obviously that didn't work. The weld looked horrible. You can see I've cleaned it up right here. I gotta do a little more cleanup, but they boogered that up pretty good. But I've got it all sanded off and everything. But back to those rivets, you can see like there's one here. And what I do with these, people say like they might as well be welded on, but that's not really true. I just go in here, I make a cross, make an X, I grind an X on it. Then I take the chisel, pop the head off, and then you can usually pound with a center punch. You can usually pound it out pretty easily. I've taken a lot of rivets out of the 73 to 87 trucks because I've changed quite a few of them out. I'll change them over. I won't rivet it in. I'll put a nice maybe a grade 8 bolt or something instead of the rivets. And that should keep it nice and tight. I don't know why all this is loosening up. See, that it tells me like it's like really flexing up here, because I had to fix the cracks in the core support, and now I got a loose front cross member. Maybe if the cross member isn't loose, maybe if it's nice and tight, it can stop this flexing or whatever. Okay, so another thing I noticed when I was messing with this cross member, this is the vent for the front axle, and it's plugged. There's supposed to be a little deal on that, so like water can't get in it, but the axle can still vent itself. So yeah, I got to get a new hose. I'm gonna put all new hose. I'll find a little, I think I've got some of those, a little deal that goes on there, a little hat, and we'll get that fixed. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I'll update when I get some more done. Okay, so a bunch more progress I'm going to show you here. How you can see, I took the core out of the truck, the radiator support, cleaned it up. It's got a kind of a satin flat black to it. That's what I'm going to do on the frame too. Actually, I already got the frame done here. I'll show you in a second. There's the cross member that the rivets were loose. I got that cleaned up, painted. Over here you can see, yeah, I got the frame. I actually cleaned that up and it's painted. Again, that satin or flat black. I'm using the Rust-Oleum industrial paint. Now you gotta, or I guess it's hard hat, you gotta watch out with this Rust-Oleum. I'll give you guys a little tip. You got to get the hard hat or the what they call the industrial paint. You can't go to Ace or Home Depot or whatever store you go to. You can't go there and just get the regular cheap Rust-Oleum. This stuff is a lot more expensive. There's a reason for that, because it's a lot better paint. Been using that for a long time on equipment and stuff. Does a really good job of holding together and keeping rust at bay. So that's what I'm using on all this. Kind of detailed the axle a little more. I already painted that at one point, but just a quick detail on that again. Pretty much everything is off the firewall except for one wire there, the parking brake cable and the throttle cable. Those are all I'm gonna just paint those as I do it here. So steering column, brake. Oh yeah, I took the brake lines out, fuel lines out. I've got stainless ones on their way. When they get here, I don't really know. Getting a huge mess in the shop. There's all the wiring harness for the front of the truck there. Steering column, you can see it's right here. Dash is over there. I've got a brand new automatic steering column for it because I'm swapping over to the Turbo 350. Yeah, a couple brackets here for that. Hopefully I remember how to put all this back together when it comes time. Got the brake pedal down here. Now I've been trying to look for a automatic brake pedal for this thing, but actually I found some pictures of them and there's really not much difference from this to the automatic one. So I think the only difference is there's more support here. I think the automatic just has one kind of just one-sided here. It's got two because the clutch pedal spring goes up here. I'm just going to take the clutch pedal off, the brackets, spring, and then I'm going to probably, I think the bolt that goes through here that holds the brake pedal is attached to the clutch pedal, so I'm just gonna have to find a bolt or make a pin to convert that, because I found one, but they want a lot of money for it. And looking at it, like I said, it looks very similar. I'm just gonna take this pedal off. Should be the exact same thing. This is where the brake booster master cylinder bolt to on the Firewall. Come out pretty easy, guys. I say pretty easy, but you got to crawl under there and get it out. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see in the cab here, but you can see it is pretty disassembled. So the point I'm at right now is I'm getting ready to do the Firewall. Now I was going to do that Firewall black, and it would have been a whole lot easier. I probably would have already had this done. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to actually paint the Firewall the color of the truck that it'll eventually be, which is a copper metallic type deal. So like I said, I've been cleaning the Firewall off. I got to go through, do a little bit more sand in here and there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a tape line on this fender here, and I'm going to do the inner fenders, this little section here, and then this section here, and then I'm going to paint that section there. So basically when you pop the hood, you're going to see, you know, what you're going to see is all new paint. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to start taping that off. I got to do some sanding. Actually, got to do a little, quite a bit of sanding over here and here. Here, I had some of these bolts. They're kind of welded in. They ripped out, so I had to fix 2 of these. So I'm gonna have to paint. That's kind of why I wanted to paint the inner fender here, because I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Kind of make everything look a little nicer under the engine bay. So that's pretty much the update, guys. I think I'm gonna just add this to what I got, give you an update video on what we got going on, and I've got to get back to work. So I guess I'll see you guys.